Okay, what's up everyone? It's Corey's Corner here with another video. I'm pre-recording this and yeah, there's not much else to say really. I'm just going to be recording a few videos for when I'm away, but I'm just going to get into this video just straight away because I'm really tired right now. I just can't be fucking asked to make this, but I got to make it because I'm not going to have another chance to for like a month, so it is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a story time video today. I'm making two of these actually. My next video is going to be a story time as well, but in this video I'm going to be telling you guys a little story about how I basically really screwed up really badly, and I fumbled I fumbled the best pussy that I could have ever got. I ruined it. I messed up, and I could have escaped. I could have escaped the blackquill, and I didn't. I could have ascended, and I didn't. And I'm going to tell you guys basically how that happened to me. So here's the story. So as you guys maybe know, maybe don't know, because I talked about it in my last video, but for the past 5 months I've had a job just at some retail place, and so basically what happened was when I went to the interview, there were these two people at the counter. Basically I'd emailed them, right, and they'd been like, we want to do an interview with you. So I was like, cool. So I went in, and when I went in, there's this section at the back of the store which is like a storage area, but there's also a little table there, and that's where I did the interview. But before I did it, there was a manager in the store that day who owns the whole store, you know, and there were also these just two employees who were just working. And so I went up to them, and I dressed up nice for the interview and stuff, but it was this guy and this girl, and I asked them, I'm here for the interview, and they were like, oh, they called the manager and they were, this guy's here for an interview. But anyway, the guy who was working there, he was the guy I was replacing. It turned out I only worked one more shift with him. But the girl who was there wasn't leaving, but I saw her and I didn't think much of her, basically, to be honest. But anyway, I did the interview, I got the job obviously. And what happened was, before I started working, I had to do training, but it wasn't actual training for the store. It's these videos you have to watch, and the videos were really terrible. I don't know if it was the Wi-Fi of the store, but the videos kept buffering and they didn't play properly. But so say a video is 40 seconds long, right? 20 seconds of it will just be it loading, but it will only play for 40 seconds, so you only see half the video, and then the rest won't even play. So I was doing that, and I was just standing next to the head of the store, and he saw it do that, but he just didn't even care. He was like, oh, it doesn't matter, because the video is pointless anyway. It's not teaching you important stuff. It's fire safety and stuff that just doesn't matter. But anyway, that wouldn't even apply to me, you know. But when I was doing those videos, the other two people were working, who I'd seen when I came in. This wasn't the same day as my interview, but they were still there. So anyway, I got the job, and I worked there for 5 months, and nothing really happened. I already talked about it. If you want to hear more about that, I'll leave a link in the description, I guess, to my video about wage maxing. But it was what it was. I made money, it was fine. Anyway, so as the kind of months went on, I realised that I was going to have to leave this job, because at Christmas time I was going to be going away for a month at least to another part of the world, basically. Again, I talked about this in my last video. So point is, I'd have to leave, and as I'm recording this video, I'm recording this on Wednesday the 14th of December, and tomorrow is my last shift, and the day after that I'm flying. So really I don't have much time left. But I handed in my 2-week notice, and they were fine with it. They were they weren't mad or anything. They were oh, it's cool, just make sure you do this and this. And I was fine, because this is my first job, so I didn't really know how it would go. But I work Sundays basically, and they just call me in on the other days. So last Sunday was my last full day that I would be working from 9 to 5 or whatever. It's actually 9:30 to 5:30, because how it works, but whatever, an 8-hour day. Anyway, on that day, when I was working, there was I'm just trying to think. I'm really fucking tired. I'm sorry. This video is probably really poorly put together, but I'm so tired. I didn't sleep at all. I'm on 2 days straight of not sleeping at all, just because I haven't been able to sleep. But I don't know. It's just I'm in the twilight zone right now, because it's snowing outside and shit, and I have no idea I don't. It doesn't. Life doesn't even feel real right now, and I'm kind of gutted about this situation I'm talking to you about right now. I'm kind of unhappy about this too. So, but let's push on here. We've got to finish the video. So I'll tell you guys. This girl who I worked with, who was like she was the girl who I'd seen when I was going in for my interview. I hadn't talked to her much because I hadn't had many shifts with her because she works more during the week and I only work Sundays and other times. But just by coincidence, I hadn't seen much of her. And kind of looking at her, I kind of had assumed that she was just like one of these like kind of left-leaning normie kind of girls. You know the ones I'm talking about. I don't even need to say anymore. But I kind of assumed that, and she probably is, to be honest. But I wasn't bothered about her. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't like hung up about her or anything. I wasn't like I got to ask her out because I knew she wouldn't want me anyway. But anyway, so the last Sunday I was working there, it was me. It was like a few other people and it was her. Anyway, so she's not in charge, but she's like more experienced. So the supervisor went on break, right? And breaks like half an hour long. So for half an hour she just wasn't around. So this girl I was talking about being the most experienced person was kind of in charge. And I wasn't happy. I was like kind of miserable because I was bored too, and I just, if you watch my last video you'll kind of know why I wasn't very happy at this time. But anyway, I was just doing basic work like stocking shelves and stuff, and this girl came up to me and she put her like hand on my arm, like she was touching me, which is a big deal because I've never touched a girl before like that or had them touch me like that. And she was like, oh, hey, can you do this? I don't remember what she wanted me to do because like my mind was kind of blown. I was like, what the hell? I assumed like, I don't even know, I would assume anything before like it was because she liked me or something. But she basically was like, oh, hey, can you do this for me? I was like, fine, and I did it. But I kind of blew it off because I was like, it's not that big of a deal. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could do that to someone and just have it not be like, even though it's a big deal to me, it's probably not to her. So I was like, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. So I kind of moved on. I was just doing work, and throughout the rest of the day, she was just like, I think she was like flirting with me. Because what else did she do? There was like this section that was kind of messed up, and she like came up to me and she was like, hey, can you help me with this? Because it's too much for me. I was like, fine. I came over there, and she didn't need my help at all, for the record. But I was like doing the work with her, and I was kind of talking to her. I was like, are you doing anything for Christmas? Because it's like around Christmas time. And she's like, oh, I'm just doing basic stuff. What about you? And I told her that I was moving away. I was moving country because with my family. So that's why I have to quit this job. And she was like, oh damn. And she was like surprised about it, and she looked kind of sad about it. I don't think she knew. But anyway, later on that day, she came up to me and she was like, I'm gonna miss you when you go and stuff. And what I wanted to say was, I'll miss you too, because you know I'm trying to split that game. You know what I'm saying? But instead, like, it just got stuck in my throat, and I just said like, okay. I just said okay. She was like, I'll miss you, and I just said okay. It's like, why did I say that? And she like just walked away. But I don't really. She wasn't like upset or anything, but she just walked away. But anyway. Then what happened was there's like this area in the store where we have like shoes, and it was at the end of the day, so we were like cleaning up and just like fixing everything, because everything's kind of messed up at the end of the day because everyone's come in and messed it around. So we were just like putting the shoes back, and I was there first, and she came up to the shoes after I was already there, and she was like, there were like this odd pair of shoes just like sitting there, and she kind of came up to me with them, and she was like, do you want these, like as a joke? And that's why I say I think she was flirting with me, because it's like, why would you do all this just to be nice? Because in my head it'd be either like she's doing it for a dare, which is something I've actually seen happen, not happen to me, but like I've seen, like back when I was like a little kid, like girls would go up to guys and ask them out and be like, oh, I was just dared to do it, I don't actually like you. And that's brutal, but that's why it would be like that, or she's just joking around, or she's just being nice. But I don't see why you'd go out of your way to do all this just for like a random person, you know what I mean? Especially since we haven't worked much together. Like, she's like, I'll miss you. It's like, why would she say that? Because why would she miss me? She hasn't talked to me at all. Do you know what I mean? But she came up to me with these shoes and she was like, do you want these? They're like matching, even though they weren't. That was like the joke, right? And she also was like, oh, they're probably the same size as well, but you can't tell just by looking at them. So I was kind of thinking in my head, I was like, oh, I should like flirt back somehow. So what I did was it wasn't coming to me, but what I thought is if I saw the sizes of the shoes, I could kind of say something about it, but what I would say would depend on if they were actually matching or not. I don't know. In the moment, I probably couldn't have come up with something, honestly, because I'm not good at coming up with stuff on the spot. And I was really like nervous, to be honest. I was really shy, and she was actually genuinely like nice to me as well for some reason, which is not something I've ever experienced before. But yeah, most of the time I've interacted with girls my age, they've always been kind of mean to me. But yeah, she was actually being like really like nice to me for some reason. But anyway, she kind of came up to me with these shoes, and I was like, if they were the same size, I could have been like, oh, they actually are, yeah, or I have them. Or if they weren't, I don't know, like I'd come up with something maybe. But like the tongue, the label of the shoe that has the size of the shoe on it is on the tongue of the shoe, which is like the bit that sticks up at the front. If you didn't know, you probably, I don't know why I said that, but the tongue was kind of like crumpled up a little bit, so I couldn't read the size of the shoe. So I was trying to like straighten the tongue out, but it was really hard because I was holding them at the same time. And after a few seconds, she just like patted me on the shoulder, and she was just like, "I'm joking," and she like walked away, and I was like, "Damn it, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that." But anyway. But that was a few things. Anyway, at the end of the day, this was like my last shift with her as well. But at the end of the day, I was like saying goodbye to everyone, and it was like time to leave. I only work up until 5:30, but they were like, "Oh, can you stay and do this?" I was like, I did it, but then afterwards I was like, it's time for me to go. I gotta go. And then the manager was like, "Okay, fine, see you." And I like waved bye to everyone. And when I was at the door, she like called out, and she was like, "Bye, Corey." And I was like, I just waved bye, and I was like, "See ya." Anyway, I walked out. And I was just thinking, like, why has this got to happen now? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what I've been waiting, like, my whole life for, sort of. And it's not even that big of a deal. She probably didn't even like me. But I thought she was flirting with me, to be honest. Because I have no idea what that looks like, because no one's ever done that to me before. But it was like, you know, like, if she wasn't, and if she was just genuinely being nice, I could have known that if I'd kept working there, because I kind of could have sussed the situation out a bit more. But it's like my last shift with her. So it just really sucks, because it's like, why has this got to be like my last shift with her? Why couldn't it have been earlier? I didn't work with her much, but I don't know, I just never got the vibe she liked me. But apparently, I mean, maybe she did, I don't know. But yeah, in my last video I said that I did mention how at our job we have like a group chat, and so I could get her number through that and I could message her, but I don't know if I want to or not, because that's just a bit weird. But I guess if I'm not at the job anymore, it's like, what have I got to lose, right? So I probably will do that, but I don't want to talk about that until I actually do it, just because I know she's not, obviously she's not going to see this video or anything, but yeah, just in case she did or something, I'm not going to like talk about that. I'll tell you guys what happens if I do that, but I want to actually do it first. I don't just want to talk to you guys about things I haven't even done yet and then like not do it or something like that. So yeah, I might update you guys with that, but if I do update you guys like about that situation, it'll have to be like in a month, just because yeah, I'm going away and I won't be able to make videos. So I'm pre-recording a few videos. I'm going to have like 3 videos out. I'm going to have another story time video about the time I got rejected by a girl and everyone laughed at me in my school, which was kind of an embarrassing. I've already recorded that video as I'm speaking right now, even though I'm going to upload this one first, I think. But and the other video I'm going to make like a blackquill music playlist, just some of like my favourite songs, maybe for like Christmas, you know, some Christmas themed songs, but we'll see. Maybe it'll get some views, which I don't really care about, but it's just nice, you know, it's just nice to, I don't know, make a playlist maybe, I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.